The tarpaulin or tarp is one of the lightest and most versatile types of shelter, allowing you to choose a proper setup for any weather condition. You can use it to create quick shelters for emergency situations, or with a little more time, build extremely solid and stable setups. In this video, I will show you 11 different tarp setups that are big enough for 2 people to sleep in for several days of camping. I'm using a 3 by 3 meter square tarp with 19 tie-out points. I truly believe that the first 4 setups in this video can cover most people's shelter needs, and if you are able to set up a ridgeline, these 4 configurations not only become extremely easy to pitch, but you can also switch between them very quickly depending on the weather. So let's tie a ridgeline. One method for setting up ridgeline is using a bowline loop and a toggle. To keep this video from getting too long, I won't show the knots in detail, but if you want to learn them, you can watch the video that appeared at the top of your screen. I've also put the link of the video in the description. After walking to the other tree, I use an adjustable tracker's hitch knot to finish the ridgeline. Of course, you can use any other knot that works for you, such as the taut-line hitch. The first setup is lean-to shelter with a roof. It's large enough for 2 people and gears. For this setup, you need 2 upright stakes about chest height, or you can simply use your trekking poles. In the first step, you need to use prusic loops to hook the 2 middle end points of the tarp onto the ridgeline. Please note that I'm not pulling the tarp over the ridgeline. I'm only attaching the tie-outs to the ridgeline using prusic loops. This makes it very quick and easy for me to switch between the first 4 setups. But if you pull the tarp directly over the ridgeline, you won't be able to switch between them anymore. Now, we need to peg down the very end tie-out points at the back of the tarp. Now I use trekking poles at each corner in front of the tarp. First I attach one end of the guy line to the tie-out point using a square knot, and then I connect the guy line to the trekking pole with a claw hitch. As these are support stakes and not pushed into the ground, the guy line must be pegged down to the ground. Make sure the trekking pole is not in a straight line with the tie-out point. If it is in line, the roof of the shelter will sag. Now you have a lean-to shelter with a roof. This shelter is steady and gives you a good view of the area around you. It also keeps the warmth inside if you have a campfire in front of you. If the wind starts blowing into the shelter, you can quickly switch to an A-frame setup by removing the sticks and pegging down the remaining tie-out points. A-frame setup is great for a stormy condition and still has enough room for 2 people plus gears. My personal preference for cold weather is a shelter with 3 closed sides and only 1 open side as the door. But an A-frame setup has 2 open sides. Luckily, this problem is very easy to fix. Just move to one side of the A-frame, pull out the peg from the end tie-out, and peg down the tie-out right next to it instead. Do the same on the other side. Then release the middle end tie-out and wrap the prusic loop through the next tie-out point and then wedge the toggle in between. This will make one side of the tarp loose and floppy, and you can use it to close the entrance. Find the corner you unpegged a moment ago. Then locate the tie-out right next to it and peg that one down to the ground. Do the same on the other side. At last, tuck the remaining fabric underneath. Now you have a semi-Forrester tarp shelter, which is great for cold weather, because it keeps the heat from the campfire inside very well. And according to the goal of this video, it easily fits 2 people plus gears. This shelter is very strong and stable, and if I had to choose only one setup, this is the one I would pick. The great thing about the first 4 setups of this video is that you can quickly change from a fully open setup to a fully closed shelter called the Forrester. If you move to the open side of the semi-Forrester and once again move the peg from the corner tie-out to the tie-out right next to it, and also release the tie-out that is connected to the ridgeline and hook the tarp using the tie-out beside it, you can turn it into a completely closed shelter. Just like the other door, you can either peg down the floppy corners from the outside or go inside the shelter and close the entrance, as shown in the video. Obviously this shelter is not the best option for tall people, but still has enough room for 2 people plus gears. The next shelter is the Holden tent, which I believe is one of the simplest and fastest setups to build. Lay your tarp flat on the ground. Then, at the back of the tarp, peg down the 2 corner tie-outs. Next, go to the front of the tarp, attach a pole to the middle end tie-out, and peg it down using a guy line. The height of the pole is up to you, but around 150 centimeters works well. After that, peg down the remaining tie-outs. This shelter gives you good headroom for sitting, and it's also big enough for 2 people to sleep in with their gear. The next shelter is tarp tent, which is very strong and steady. To start with, lay your tarp flat on the ground. Go to the back corners of the tarp and peg out the 2 tie-out points that they are immediately next to the corners tie-out points. This is going to be the back of your shelter. Tuck the loose corners at the end of the tarp underneath. Next, go to the front corner tie-out point and find the tie-out loop next to it. Keep your hand on this tie-out loop and bring the corner tie-out point to where it was. Peg that corner tie-out point in. Then go to opposite side of the tarp and do the same thing. Now grab your stick or your hiking pole and tuck this underneath and into the middle of the tarp. Attach 2 guy lines to the front tie-out points and fold these back on themselves. For this, I'd like to use taut-line hitch to adjust the tension of the guy line. Because the tarp tent has a number of angles to it, it holds up very well at the strong winds. You can tie out the front part of the tarp to help shed rain away from the entrance. Once complete, your shelter should look like this. The great advantage of this shelter is that it acts like a tent, so it has plenty of space inside for 2 people and gears. The next setup, Bungalow, is pretty unique. It feels like a little house with 2 rooms when you are inside. Start by pegging a corner into the ground. Next, peg the opposite corner in. Then take the back remaining corner, hold it out square, locate with the first tie-out point from the corner, and bring the corner to that spot. Next, take the front remaining corner, move it to roughly the halfway point and peg that in. Then take a stick to create the entrance and use a guy line to secure it in place. Then use another stick, place it inside at the back of the shelter to open up the space. Then take the remaining taut points and peg them in until you get a nice and tight shelter. There is a lot of space inside this shelter for 2 persons and gears. Alright, let's move on to the next setup, the star shelter. I believe this shelter can be one of the best setups in an emergency situation to protect at least 2 persons and gears even in heavy storms. To start, lay your tarp flat on the ground. Then peg down the 2 back corners of the tarp. Next, take the front corner tie-out, push it inside about 10 inches and peg it down. Do the same with the other front corner. After that, take your stick or trekking pole, go inside the shelter and place the pole in the center of the tarp. Adjust the height of the pole until the shelter becomes nice and tight. Moving the peg positions a little also helps with getting the right tension. You also have the option to use another pole and the middle end tie-out to create an entrance. As you can see, 2 people and their gear easily fit inside this star shelter, and because it can be set up so quickly, it's a great setup for emergency situation. The last 3 setups in this video, the trapezoid pyramid, the lengthwise pyramid, and the strong hexamid are all fully enclosed shelters. Because they are closed, condensation can easily build up inside. For this reason, I strongly recommend attaching a bit of cordage to your pegs before doing anything else. This keeps the tarp walls from touching the ground directly and lifts them slightly off the surface, which helps reduce condensation. Let's move on to the trapezoid pyramid. Lay your tarp flat on the ground. Go to the back of the tarp. Attach the cordage to the corner tie-out point and peg it down. Do the same on the other side. Then come to the front of the tarp. Find the corner tie-out and from both sides of it, take the tie-outs that are right next to it. Bring these 2 tie-outs together. Move them about 14 centimeters toward the center of the tarp and peg both of them to the ground using 1 peg. Do the same on the opposite side. The hard part done. After pegging the tie-outs, grab your stick, crawl into the shelter and place the pole at the center of the tarp, and finally readjust the peg positions to get a nice and tight shelter. As you can see, the entire shelter sits about 10 centimeters above the ground. If you want it to be higher, simply attach a longer piece of cordage to the peg. This is the entrance of the shelter. You can bring all 3 tie-out points together and stake them to the ground with a single peg. I'm not very into pyramid shelters. You can see why is that. Still, this shelter is fully enclosed, has enough room for 2 persons and gears, and it's bomb-proof. The next shelter is the lengthwise pyramid. Its structure is similar to the trapezoid pyramid, but it's designed for tall people so they can sleep comfortably through the night. Once again, lay your tarp flat on the ground. Go to one of the rear corners and stake out the tie-out point using a cord and a peg. Then move to the other rear side of the tarp. Grab the 2 tie-out points located right next to the corner tie-out, pull them about 50 centimeters toward the center of the tarp, attach them to the cord connected to the peg, and then stake them down. Move to the point directly opposite and repeat the same steps. Finally, secure the last corner simply with a cord and peg, just like you did with the corner on the opposite side. Now grab your stick, crawl inside the shelter and place the pole at the middle of the tarp. Readjust the pegs and finally you have a nice lengthwise pyramid shelter. To get inside this shelter, you can simply unhook one of the tie-out points that were connected to a single stake and then go in. It's a good idea to use a carabiner so that once you are inside, you can easily reattach the tie-out to the stake from the inside. And finally, the last shelter, the strong hexamid. This setup is known as one of the strongest tarp configuration out there. Start by laying your tarp flat on the ground. Move to the back side of the tarp and stake out the tie-out points that sit between the corner and the center tie-out using the cord and a stake. Then move to the side. Grab the two tie-outs located between the corner and the center tie-out, pull them slightly toward the center of the tarp and stake both directly into the ground. Next, come to the front of the tarp and repeat the exact same staking you did at the back, again using a cord and a stake. Finally, move to the opposite side, bring the same two tie-outs together just like you did on the first side, pull them a bit toward the center and stake both of them directly into the ground with a single stake. Next, go inside and place your pole at the middle of the shelter and again readjust the peg's positions to make it nice and tight. To going inside the shelter, you can unpeg one of the door tie-outs and again peg it out when you are inside. So that's it, 11 tarps setup with enough room for 2 persons. If it was helpful, please hit the like button and subscribe my channel for more videos. Thanks for watching.